Yo, what is good everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today, we've got some awesome information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're starting off with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. How else will we start this off? This game has just been exploding across the world. Pretty much every single area this game has sold millions when it comes to the major regions, but it seems like Japan is having a Smash Brothers crisis a bit because a lot of stores are reporting sellouts of the game. So if you don't know the numbers, or if you didn't see some of my reports that we had on there when it comes to the media create or even the Famitsu charts, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, not including digital, has sold more than 2 million units in Japan alone in about 2 weeks and some odd days. So several different GEO locations across Japan and other video game retailers are seeing the game sell out. So is this good or bad? Because that's the thing that people always talk about. Well, you shouldn't sell out of a game as big as Smash Brothers. But then again, the game has sold over 2 million units, and to be exact, when it comes to retail sales, 2 million, like 79,000 something. So this game is almost as big as Splatoon 2 already in Japan. Actually, it has a good chance of passing up Splatoon 2 in the next few weeks, especially if it continues on sales tracks. Let's say in the next 3 or 4 weeks, it sells about maybe 200,000 to 300,000 units, or anywhere in that combination. It could catch it because Splatoon 2, not including digital, is at about 2.8 million units. So Smash Brothers has the chance to be the biggest game when it comes to the Switch, bigger than Splatoon 2, bigger than Super Mario Odyssey, bigger than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, bigger than all of them, because it's actually outsold all of those games already. And people didn't think Smash Bros. Was going to be as big as, let's say, a game like Splatoon 2, or at least catch it this fast, but it's actually almost there. It could theoretically catch it in the next couple weeks. So that's how big this game is. This is the biggest game, and Japan hasn't seen anything like this on the Nintendo Switch. So I can see why some retailers are having trouble with stock, because people are buying this game so fast and it's selling so well. And I think it's actually doing better than what some people might have thought, because Splatoon 2 didn't do as well as this. But then again, you have to remember that in Japan, with the sales of the Nintendo Switch compared to when Splatoon 2 came out, that came out in the first year of the Nintendo Switch, there were some shortages, there were some issues with it, and the system didn't have as big of an install base, whereas Smash Brothers came out more than a year and a half later, or around a year and a half later from when Splatoon 2 came out. So of course you're going to have a bigger install base, so therefore you can get more sales. Next year, when the new Pokemon game comes out, I'm pretty sure that that's going to pass up what Splatoon 2 and also what Smash Brothers did in the first week, if not very close after it launches. So it could be way bigger. So it's just one of those things, as the install base grows, you're going to get more and more game sales. But Smash Brothers, a lot of people didn't kind of see this coming when it comes to its popularity in Japan. We knew it was going to do well, but did we know that it was going to outsell Super Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and almost near where Splatoon was pretty much in the first couple weeks? I don't think really anybody predicted that. Well, I kind of did. I knew it was going to do great, but hey, a lot of people didn't think it was going to do this good, because it's already passed up all those games that I just mentioned, and it has Splatoon 2 right in its crosshairs based on how well it's selling. So what do you guys think about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate kind of selling out across the region, across Japan there, and of course here in the US? Great sales, seeing a lot of different data come in from there. We have to wait and see what the official numbers are. Also Europe, we haven't talked about that too much, but it's selling a lot there as well. This game could easily pull in around maybe 10 million units within its first month. It could be that, or maybe even more. So we'll have to wait and see on that. So what do you guys think about all of this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, we have a slight delay of Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus R for the Nintendo Switch. So Arc System Works has unfortunately delayed the Nintendo Switch version of the game, which was previously planned for 2018, but there's not many days left in 2018, so something had to give, right? Here is what Arc System Works had to say on the matter. We're sorry we're unable to release it in 2018, but please look forward to more information. So here's an overview of the game. If you don't know about this one, this is once again Guilty Gear, BlazBlue, all these developers. Yeah, that's them. This is a high quality game, really hardcore 2D anime inspired fighter. So let's check out what this game is about. So first released back in 2006 in arcades as Guilty Gear XX or XX Accent Core, Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus R became a fan favorite after undergoing a tune-up to optimize each character's individual concept, making the enjoyment of offense a level deeper. So here are the key features of the game. A full 25 character cast. Accent Core marked the return of fan favorites such as Cliff Anderson and Justice, rounding out the cast of 25 playable characters, and in the Plus R version, that's this one, they are alongside everyone else, have been fully fine-tuned for more competitive play. Modes by the bucket load. All-time series favorite modes are back. Survival, M.O.M, Mission, and Training modes. Art Unlock, over 100 artist illustrations in the gallery mode. You have So Metal, you have an awesome soundtrack, and of course online multiplayer. So go up against your friends or even enemies or strangers in ranked or player matches using the magic of the internet. Ranked matches track your wins while player matches don't. So just have fun if you want to do that. So awesome stuff here. Blaze Blue, also Guilty Gear. We got Mortal Kombat 11. All of these games are coming out in the first half of 2019 for the Nintendo Switch. So if you're a fighting game fan and you want to be able to practice anywhere that you want, this is definitely the versions to get with the Guilty Gear Accent Core Plus or Double X or XX Accent Core Plus for the Switch. I'm actually more keen on a game that I haven't talked about too much, and that is Blaze Blue Central Fiction Special Edition. That one is coming out early 2019, I think February on the Switch. There's a demo on the Japanese eShop at this point. I'm actually a little bit more inclined to play that one just because I like Noelle Vermillion more than anything. She's just like my character that I like. So I think I'm going to play that one over this one per se, but Guilty Gear is no slouch. This is one of the fan favorites. This is one of the ones that are balanced and people really like, and they have online multiplayer built into there too, so they're not cheaping out too much when it comes to that front. And if you want a complete game with all the stuff and not have to worry about extra DLC and all that, kind of like Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle with its ridiculous DLC plans, this might be for you. Or you can even go with Blaze Blue, the Central Fiction, the special edition that's coming out early next year, or even Mortal Kombat 11, but that will probably have DLC plans and all that stuff, which isn't bad. It's just sometimes the games come out, especially with these Arc System Works games, and they have like so much DLC planned for it. It's like you don't want to get it right at this point. You want to wait maybe for it. But these games are already finished and done. They're just like re-releases of really good games that are already fine-tuned and balanced, so you know you're going to get the best experience possible when you do pick it up. So I'm excited for this one here to see and watch, because I know there's going to be people getting down on this game when it comes to the competitive scene. So what do you guys think about this? Getting a slight delay in some of the fighting games in early 2019 for the Switch? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the final topic here, we do have some talk of a January Nintendo Direct. Shout outs to everybody who linked this to me on Twitter. I know my boy EP, I don't know if he wants me to actually say his name, but you know who you are, Enrique. I got you, my guy. Get you that shout out there. So he basically linked to me about this with a possible Nintendo Direct on January 3rd, 2019. So that would be on the New Year's week. So not so sure about that, but this is all based on the Johnny Turbo tweeting people to guess the next game that they will be releasing with the hashtag Nintendo Direct message. So there's been some speculation that it's going to be January 3rd, 2019, although I don't think it would be that week. If they're going to do Nintendo Direct, we don't know, and we'll talk about the possibilities and what Nintendo's done before, all of that, but I don't think it would be that week. I think they would wait a little bit just because New Year's is New Year's, but then again, there's that big Dragon Quest 11S event that's going down, or just announcement that's going down. So maybe it's not anything big, but it's just an announcement. A whole Nintendo Direct on the New Year's week, not so sure about that. Maybe it's a later date in January, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, is just January. Is there a possible Nintendo Direct? And I've talked to people on Twitter about this and kind of talked about it in previous videos, so we've talked about a January Direct, and I think that based on what Nintendo's done in the past, right? Nintendo has always had pretty big events in the past, like the last 5 or 6 Januaries or whatever. We've had a big event or a big Direct. We had the Nintendo presentation, so where it showed off so many different games. That was January 2017. And January 2018, so this past one, we did have a smaller end type of thing. We had a Nintendo Direct Mini, but we still got some pretty big announcements out of that. For example, like Dark Souls for the Nintendo Switch. In addition to that, we did get The World Ends With You on the Switch as well, and some other good announcements sprinkled in there. So I do think that it's possible that we get a Direct in January, just because Nintendo didn't really have anything else outside of that big Direct that they had back in like September or whatever, where it revealed a ton of different games, Final Fantasies and all sorts of cool stuff. But then we also have the Super Smash Bros. Direct, which is just that. So there hasn't been a Direct in a while, and January is primed up for that. Nintendo has showed some of their hand, but not all of their hand when it comes to 2019, but we know of a lot of games, like for example Luigi's Mansion. We also have Town. We have all the different Final Fantasy games from Square Square Enix that are coming. There's Fire Emblem Three Houses. We need release dates for a lot of this stuff, maybe some more information. We haven't seen a ton of stuff even on any of those games that I mentioned. We got one trailer for Fire Emblem, we got one little trailer for Town, and we really didn't get anything for the new Animal Crossing game. We just found out that it's coming out in 2019. We still have nothing for the new Pokemon game. I don't think that's going to be there, but there could be something. We still need more information on a lot of this stuff and to actually see the games going. Luigi's Mansion, that doesn't have a lot of information on it either, so I think that we're going to get some more information. We're going to get some release dates and maybe some new announcements of games coming out. There's a lot of rumors floating around, the whole Persona 5 type of deal, and also like what's Retro working on. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff that could be announced or not. I don't really know. That's the thing about it. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I do think that we could get a January Direct just based off of what we've gotten before. Simply, that's what it comes down to. So Nintendo's done it before, and the past 2 Januaries we have gotten some good stuff. So I think that Nintendo could reveal maybe some release dates and other things, and maybe some new games. Maybe we get some other PlayStation 4 ports or something like that, or maybe it's another mini direct where they reveal maybe one big reveal at the end. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Overall, I'm excited to see what Nintendo has for us. It's almost like Christmas every time they do these little Nintendo Directs. I think some people have huge expectations. They're expecting everything, but I just kind of go in saying, hey, it's just more information about stuff, because we already know about a lot of these games. It's just a matter of when they actually come out and when we can play them. So what do you guys think about a possible January Nintendo Direct based on what Johnny Turbo is saying over here? What do you guys think about Guilty Gear in addition to Super Smash Brothers? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps to spread the content of PlayerEssence across the internet in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube live gaming pages. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you for the next video. Peace.